Breaking news. Moscow has demanded that Ukraine extradite its head of security to Russia. Russia has demanded that the Ukrainian government extradite its own chief of security. Russian officials have leveled terrorism accusations against Vasyl Malyuk. In July of 2023, Malyuk said that in October of 2022, his agency had demolished a bridge in Crimea. On Sunday evening, the Russian Ministry of Foreign Affairs issued a demand for the arrest and extradition of the chief of Ukraine's security services. The ministry released a statement in which it accused the head of the Ukrainian security service, Vasyl Malyuk, of being responsible for the October 2022 explosion on a Crimean bridge, which occurred according to Russia and claimed the lives of 5 individuals. Among other barbaric bomb strikes, the statement referred to the blast as one of several. It also mentioned the March 2022 attack on a Moscow concert theater, which killed at least 140 people. Russian President Vladimir Putin has claimed that the Ukrainian government enabled the attackers to cross its borders, leading to accusations that Kyiv helped organize the concert hall attack. Although there is no proof to back up this claim, the terrorist organization ISIS-K has taken credit for the deaths. In July 2023, Malyuk officially stated that his agency was responsible for the explosion on the Crimean bridge. According to the Associated Press, he made the statement while speaking to Ukrainian TV, saying, "It is one of our activities, particularly the damage of the Crimean bridge on October 8 last year." Even before this acknowledgement, it was commonly believed that Ukraine was to blame for the bridge's demise. An act of terrorism, according to Russia's foreign ministry, which demanded that Kyiv immediately arrest and extradite every person implicated in the bridge bombing. The invasion of Ukraine by Russia in February 2022 sparked an open conflict between Moscow and Kyiv. Especially cynical on the anniversary of the liberation of the town of Bucha and the crimes committed by the Russians there, Ukraine's security agency warned local media on Russia's allegations of Kyiv-sanctioned terrorism. As a result, according to Ukrainska Pravda, the Russian Foreign Affairs Ministry's statements are meaningless. The spy agency went on to say that the International Criminal Court had an arrest warrant out for Putin on charges that his forces committed war crimes against children in Ukraine. After sending a comment request outside of normal business hours, Business Insider did not immediately hear back from the security service of Ukraine's press team. The wide political schisms in Israel are once again visible to the world. After the October 7 attacks by Hamas, hundreds of demonstrators took to the streets of Israel once again, 6 months after the initial shock and national unity had worn off. The conflict has only strengthened their resolve to depose Benjamin Netanyahu, Israel's longest-serving prime minister. Protesters in Jerusalem blocked Begin Boulevard, the city's main north-south route, so police used skunk water, an offensive-smelling material shot from water cannons, to disperse them. Amid the tired demands for his resignation and early elections, recent demands for an urgent agreement to release the approximately 130 Israeli hostages still detained in Gaza receive more attention. We assume that a significant percentage of them have passed away. The prospect of further casualties if the conflict continues unabated is a major source of anxiety for the demonstrators and their loved ones. As the crowd swelled surrounding the Israeli parliament on Sunday night, Katia Amorza, whose son is serving in the Israeli army in Gaza, briefly set down her megaphone. "For the past 8 hours, I have been present. In addition, I've recently informed Netanyahu that I'd gladly pay for a first-class one-way ticket so he can leave the country forever. And I'm ordering him to take with him all those individuals they appointed to government positions, the worst, the most horrible, of our society, that he picked out one by one." Following Katia and her megaphone across the road was a rabbi. It was Yehuda Glick, who advocates for Jewish prayer on what Israelis refer to as the Temple Mount, which is actually the location of Al-Aqsa, the third holiest mosque in Islam, in Jerusalem.